In this video, I'm going to teach you how to make PVC Christmas light arches across your sidewalk. So let's get out of the weeds. So if you've been following this channel, last year I did a Christmas light tunnel here at our house, and man, it was a big hit for the neighborhood. So this year I want to try to just change things up, do stuff a little bit different. So instead of doing a tunnel, I'm going to do like an archway tunnel. And so last year was a lot more squared off. This is going to be kind of your standard arches across the driveway. So let's get started. So let's talk about the materials that I'm using here today. Now, some of this is going to be varying depending on what you want to do, so you have some flexibility of what you want. So to get started here, I have 10 3/4 inch 10-foot pieces of PVC. So it's 3/4 PVC, 10 feet in length, and I have 10 of them. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be attaching, if I'm doing 4 arches, it's 2 per arch, and then the other extra pieces that you have on that is going to be to help connect the arches together for stability. Then we're going to have also is we have our 1/2 inch rebar pieces. So there's 3 feet in length, 1/2 inch rebar. Then we have our PVC connectors. So for the arches, there's going to be 2 T's for each end, and then 2 4-ways for the middle portion, so that way the centerpiece can kind of pass through. So next we have PVC cement. This is just an all-in-one PVC cement. And then I have some zip ties here. So now when it comes to a lot of these materials, just know you can change some of this stuff up depending on what you want to do. In my method here, last year I didn't cement the PVC, and I had some problems with some of it breaking apart because here in Indiana, get a lot of really windy days. There's just all flat around us, so it gets really, really windy, really cold, and it's just nasty winter weather. And so I want something that's going to be holding up. The negative side to how I'm doing it with the PVC cement is essentially it's a one and done. Next year, if I want to do the same thing, I'm going to be buying all new materials. So you could do a less permanent option, maybe using some screws or maybe duct taping some of your connectors together and things like that. But for me, I want to try to get it up here and not have to really worry about it. So I'm going to be using the PVC cement. Also with zip ties, I had somebody comment from one of my videos in previous years of saying, hey, use some of the Velcro ties because then you can reuse them. And also with the Velcro ties, you also don't have to worry about going too tight on your wires for your lights. And so that was a great idea. My issue for me personally is that it's a lot more expensive. Now, long term, if I'm using them year over year, yeah, maybe it would work out great, but it's way more expensive to buy a bunch of those Velcro ties than what it is for me to buy a bunch of packets of just some of these zip ties. To do is I made a little bit of a change. I'm only going to be doing 3 arches. I thought I would have room to do 4, but just because of where some of my irrigation lines are and stuff, I needed to shrink down the area. Plus I'm getting ready to do a driveway arch as well, so I wanted to kind of give some room for the arches for the driveway as well. So you can see I went with 3 arches, so you just need the 6 pieces of rebar, and then now for the actual tunnel, two per arch. So 1 arch, 2 arches, 3 arches, so 6 pieces. And then I'm gonna have a little bit extra, but then I got 2 pieces here to be able to cut down to be able to connect them all for stability. So now with 3 arches, I'll just need a T in the front, T in the back, and then an all-way in the middle. And so now it's time to start connecting everything. I'm gonna go and I'm just gonna PVC cement my pieces together now, and then sit them down just on top of the rebar. Now, one of the issues that I've noticed is if you have your rebar too close together, it adds too much tension. So I went ahead and backed the rebar up a bit, and it just eases a lot of the tension on your arch. And so I backed it up a little bit further wider so the middle doesn't have too much tension. All right, so you can see from some of this video here I'm showing on the screen, trying to glue them and have all the tension there doing one at a time caused a lot of issues. So what I did is I spread the rebar out a little bit further, 10 foot wide on the rebar to help ease the middle tension. I also pre-glued all of the PVC together, so we're just gonna stick it on, now attach them. So I'm gonna kind of just put a stability piece going straight down the middle. So I measured them out in between both of them, cut them down the length. These were the 10-foot pieces that I cut down to the length. And now I'm just gonna glue them and attach them to each other. And so there you have it. You got 3 arches, 10-foot piece, 10-foot piece, the T, then a 5-foot piece there connecting the middle one, and then a piece connecting the back one. Okay, so now I got all of my net lights up, which I probably could have used essentially like 4 more sets, but I don't have that, which will be fine. What I'm going to do is just run string lights for the bottom sections of this. Now you will see the net lights are kind of hanging in a little bit, but all that should get fixed because when I run my lights towards the bottom, I'm going to attach them to the net lights, which will effectively kind of pull them down a little bit, give a little more tension so they're not sagging as much, but you get the overall feel of it. I think it's going to actually be really good. So we're in here with the net lights. I did go over the top of the center pole. When I was first kind of doing it, I kind of went underneath of it, and then everything was kind of sagging in pretty good. So if you just work your net lights over the top of the center pole, that kind of keeps everything away from you, so that you're not in any danger of like the lights being too close to people and people kind of messing with them. So, but it looks really good. Now I'm just gonna run the string lights. All right, and then here we go. Finished product. So you can see, I just ran the string of lights underneath the net lights. Got the net lights all overhead and attached, ready to go.